ये स्क्रिप्ट तैयार की है राकेश वर्मा ने. Okay, let's dive in. We're about to explore two of the most powerful, and I mean truly powerful, articles in the Indian Constitution. Seriously think of these as the ultimate guardians of your fundamental rights.
So, let me ask you this. How on earth did a simple dispute over a snack bar at an airport become this massive, landmark case that affects every single citizen's rights? I know, it sounds a little strange, right? But this one fight actually became a cornerstone for protecting you, me, and everyone else.
All right, let's break down the facts here. In what's known as the R.D. Shetty case, you've got the International Airport Authority of India, the IAII. They put out a tender, basically a call for bids for a restaurant contract. The rules were crystal clear. You had to be a registered second-class hotelier with 5 years of experience. Simple enough. But then they gave the contract to someone who didn't meet that very condition. And that, right there, raised a huge question. Can an authority like that just ignore its own rules?
Now, before we get back to that airport mystery, let's zoom out a bit. Because what was really on the line here wasn't just a contract for a snack bar. Nope, it was the very foundation of your constitutional shield. We're talking about your fundamental rights. In Hindi, we call them Maulik Adhikar. And the best way to picture them is exactly like that, a shield. These are the basic human rights that the Constitution guarantees to every single one of us. We're talking about things like freedom of speech, the right to equality, the right to life, and the whole point of this shield is to protect you from any misuse of power.
So what makes them so fundamental? Well, for starters, they're your rights just from being born. The government can't just decide to take them away easily. They exist as a check on government power, to make sure it doesn't become a tyranny. And here's the kicker. If anyone violates these rights, you can go directly to the High Court or even the Supreme Court to get them enforced, and they apply to absolutely everyone, no exceptions.
Okay, so you've got this incredible shield, but who exactly does it protect you from? This is where our first guardian comes into play, Article 12. Its job is to define who or what the state actually is.
See, back in that airport case, the authority tried to argue, hey, we're just a business, we're not the government. But Article 12 is what settles that argument. It lays out all the different bodies you can use your shield against. In other words, it tells you just how far your protection really goes.
So how do the courts figure this out? Well, based on cases like Ajay Hasia and R.D. Shetty, the Supreme Court created a sort of checklist. They ask a bunch of questions like, does the government own the company's shares? Is the government funding it in a big way? Does it have a monopoly that the state gave it? Is there deep state control over how it operates? Are its functions important to the public, kind of like what the government does? You get the picture. If the answers are yes, then it's probably part of this state.
And this list really shows you how broad that definition is. The state isn't just the central and state governments or parliament. It's also your local city corporation, public companies like LIC and ONGC, public sector banks, government universities, and, you guessed it, the International Airport Authority.
Okay, so Article 12 tells us who your shield protects you from. But what's to stop the state from just making a new law that gets around your shield? That's where our second guardian steps in, Article 13. And Article 13 delivers a knockout punch. It basically says this: no law, rule, or regulation gets to be more important than the fundamental rights of a citizen, period. It puts the Constitution right at the very top. Now, Article 13 is pretty smart. It looks both backwards and forwards in time. For any old laws, from before the Constitution was written, if they clash with your rights, they become void or eclipsed. They might still exist, but they can't be enforced. And for any new law made after 1950, if it violates your rights, it's considered invalid from the get-go.
And all of this gives the courts their ultimate power, judicial review. This is the power of the Supreme Court and the High Courts to look at any law, put it to the test, and if it violates your fundamental rights, they can strike it down and declare it unconstitutional. This is how your shield is actually enforced.
Okay, let's put all the pieces together. It's time to connect everything we've talked about back to that little snack bar at the airport. First, you have your shield. Those are your fundamental rights. In the airport case, the big one at play was the right to equality.
Next, your first guardian, Article 12, stepped in and identified the airport authority as the state. That meant it wasn't just some private company that could do whatever it wanted. No, it had to follow the rules of the Constitution.
And then came your second guardian, Article 13.
It made it clear that any action or rule from the state, even a simple condition in a tender, could be struck down if it was used in a way that violated someone's fundamental rights.
So what was the big takeaway here? The court basically said this wasn't just a business deal. Because the IAI was the state, its decision to ignore its own rules was unfair and arbitrary. It violated the right to equality by not giving everyone else a fair shot. The message couldn't have been clearer. The state must play by fair rules that respect everyone.
And that brings it all back to you. You have this constitutional shield. You know it's two incredibly powerful guardians, Article 12 and Article 13. So I'll leave you with this to think about. How does knowing that even these huge public authorities are ultimately accountable to you and your rights change the way you see the world?
So, my friends, if you found this information useful, just take 1 second to like the video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel. Because your small supporter helps awareness-based educational videos like this
reach more learners.
And yes, do tell us in the comments which topic you want in the next video. Thank you so much. See you again in the next video with new knowledge.